Good afternoon. Welcome back to the computer literacy tutorial. Today is, I introduced last week PowerPoint 1. We're going to carry on with PowerPoint, but this time module 2. As you know, I always want to start with questions. If you have a question throughout your activities or assignment, you actually come across a difficult question or something that you don't understand, you can just ask me a question before I start so that I can guide you and tell you what to do. In terms of assignment, thank you to those who are submitting already. And as you know, PowerPoint is still open. So you need to complete as well. But this time you should have submitted PowerPoint 1 already because, as I said, once I introduce the module, you need to go through it and do your formative assignment. In this learner guide, you're going to find some activities as well and projects which you need to do for your own improvement. Don't just stick to the assignment. You still have to do as well these activities which will allow you to understand or to reinforce the skills as I'm giving it to you. So if there's any questions, stop me or type it out, send it to me quickly. I can see it and provide the answer. But for today, we're going to start with PowerPoint 2. I'm sure that last week I went through showing you introducing PowerPoint, different slide. How can you use the slide? How can you insert the slide? How can you change the layout? How can you change the background of a slide? Yes. As a student, you need to know how to compile a presentation. This is a part of your life as long as you are a student. You need to be able to compile a presentation, to make a presentation, because in most of the cases for you that are learning to be changing people, changing the world, you have to be speaking, to be doing the presentation in a way or another one. So this chapter is so important for your life, not only at school, even your career and at many other places that you can be working. So in PowerPoint 2, you're going to focus on how to add the word art to a slide, modify the word art. As you know, the word art, you can change the color, you can change the lines, you can change the color of the lines, you can also change even the font and all that. We're going to see as well how to create your own text box. As you know, in PowerPoint, you can insert and use the blank slide. The blank slide doesn't have any text box, but if you need to write something on a blank slide, you need probably to have a text box on which you can type your text or to describe something on your blank slide. Also, we're going to do to learn how to fill shape with color, but we did this already in a presentation that I introduced last week. We did draw a shape. We did layer the shape as well, back, bring to front, send to back. We also did that, but I can, if time allows, I can go through that so that you can see. We can add auto shape. We did it to change anchor point, margins, wrapping text in auto shape, rotating the text in the shape, rotating objects. We also did that. Use semi-transparent color in the shape. We also did that. Use the ruler to change the paragraph, indent and tabs. Use guidelines, positioning and moving graphics and drawing. Use format painter. Add animation, transition, and timing. Okay, so last week we did this particular presentation that I have here. We did compile something while we are learning, and we're going to work throughout this one. Or if you have any other presentation on your computer, you can just open up the presentation, because most of the skills that I read on the outline, we did it last week, but I can go through it to just for a reminder, to just remind you. And as well, I'm going to add more skills on it. But today we're going to focus very much on transition and animation. How can you add an animation to your text, to an object on a slide? And how can you also time your animation or your transition? You can add the sound as well to your animation or to your transition as well. Okay, for instance, we have slide 1. The slide 1 in most of the cases is the title slide, because there's no way that you can present something without having a title. You cannot run a presentation without a title. You'll have, of course, to provide a title of your message, of the subject. The subtitle is not that compulsory, because some of the subjects, they don't need a subtitle. In my case, for instance, I said study of the Bible, and the subtitle was the Old Testament. It gives you an area on which you're going to focus. So we know that the Bible is huge, so this is why we have to provide a subtitle, which is Old Testament, at least to give an image of which area are we focusing in this study. Yeah. Now, I said we have different colors that you can add to the slide, and in most of the case, the color should be able to mean something, to pass a certain message. Let's say you working for MTN. We know that the color, MTN color, it's yellow. So when you run a presentation, just try to make the background matching to the color of the company. Or if you have a company logo, you can still insert it in the corner or some way on your slide to actually make sure that you are displaying the picture of the company, or you're displaying a message, certain message through your color. Now, we said we have the solid fill. Solid fill is one color, as you can see it. So on your menu bar, under the design tab, we have the design that has been provided by Microsoft. So you can see, if there's no any design out of this, if there's nothing which matches with what you want, you can still go down to format background. You click on format background. The version I'm using is a bit different from yours. I'm using Office 2013, but if you're using 2007, you might see this window won't be on this side, but you just click on format background. You'll see the solid fill, gradient fill, picture or texture pattern fill as well. So solid fill is one color. You can choose your color at the bottom down here and get to the color that you want. Or if you want the gradient fill, which is the two or more than two colors on gradient. Okay. And also you can use the texture, which is down here, or you can use the texture or picture. This is what we did on slide number 4. We add a picture, and down here we have actually a normal slide. Now, if we need to add, for instance, and I also spoke about transition. Transition is a move. It's a movement that you can add in between your slide. Yeah, as you can see. So in a way that when your slide comes, it can play in a certain way, as you can see. Yeah, so this is what you call it transition. As you know, it's not easy to capture somebody's attention for a long time, for a long period of time. So I'm sure after 45 minutes, the people can lose focus. This is why we need to add some effect to your presentation, so that whenever this effect are playing, you can they can be awake. They can, be attracted to watch your presentation. Yeah, this is why we have the transition. If I need to remind you again, for the transition, you need to click on transition on the tab, and you have all your transition on top here. You have all of them as transitions. Okay. Yeah. So once you select the transition that you want, the one that you lack. Yes. So once you select the transition that you lack, you can add sound to it. As a sound, you can add bomb, arrows, or whatever that you want as a sound. You can as well go to duration and add the time of your transition. As you see, I'm trying to add a duration. It's mostly in seconds. It can be 2 seconds, 3 seconds. And once you've done that, you can click on apply to all. I'm sure that you can see, you see my screen. Let me, yeah. So this is what I mean. You select, you go to transition, you choose a transition of your choice, whatever you want. Yeah. So if you want, you can choose a sound. You can add a sound to it, and you can add as well a duration, which is the speed, duration, or it's in seconds. And once you're done, you click on apply to all. Now, yeah, exactly. You add the time here and you apply to all. So when you run your presentation in this way, you'll be able to attract people. So if somebody was losing the focus, as long as something is playing on the screen, he's going to be attracted, and he can watch more of the presentation. So apart from this, you can have animation as well. You're going to focus much on animation. Or if you want me to remind you on how we did this stuff, as I said last week, okay, this is how we did come to draw this shape that you see on here. We have under insert auto shapes or shapes. You can click on insert, you'll find shapes over here. Then under shapes, you can pick up any shape that you want. Or in my case, I did take this can, a shape called can, and I draw it down here. So if I need the handle, I can go to insert, and under shapes, I'll check another shape which can look like handle. I'll take this block arc, and I can draw it here. And now I need to rotate it. I can go onto the rotation place here and click and drag it. But if I have problem of rotating this correctly, I can go to format and go to rotation and rotate it in this way. This is where I have 90 degrees, yeah, left or right. And I can do this. It's too big, I can resize it and click and drag on it. Yeah, this is what we did. Then if I need to change the color, I need to fade the color in this, I can click on it and go to shape fade. Then I'll go to colors, I can choose gradient, texture, or any color that I want. I can go to gradient, which is the two colors. So it gives me this color because it's a last used one, but I can change it to anything. If I want, I can go to gradient. I can use presets, gradient. These are a preset colors, or I can add my own colors. I can go here and say I want red color to be there, and I click on add. Okay, add a red color. I click on add. I think in Office 2007, you'll see add button. You can click on add, so it will be add on there. I can click again and go to black. Click on add. I can click, go to whatever color. Yeah, and apart from this, I have direction. I can direct my color in any, I can actually set it in any direction. Yeah, I can set it in any direction. Yeah, I can actually set it in any direction, as you can see. Yeah, this is how I came to know this. Also, we're supposed to be learning how to use the format painter, which I did show you last week. So the format painter is a tool which allows you to apply. Let's say we have all of this, or let me just use this here. If I want this same color or this same format to be applied on the rest of your the shape on my slide, I'll just click on it and go to this, go to home. Under home, I double click on format painter. You see my mouse is carrying a brush. This brush is this color, the format, let's say format, which is on here. So if I click on the handle, anything that I select will actually take the same format. everything that I click on. So it's a tool that you can use to save your time. As you can see, you can use it to save your time. Even if I add different line, format, shape outline. Let's say I have this line and the color of the line was maybe yellow. As you can see, if I click on it, go to Format Painter. So the Format Painter can also format it exactly as what I have down here. Okay, so now we're going to learn how to add animation to your text. You can add your animation. There is a difference between animation and transition. Transition is a movement that you can add in between two slides. But transition, it's actually an effect that you can add on your text that is on your slide. You can add it on the text, on the picture, on the graphic, or anything that you can have on your slide. You can add a movement effect. So let's say start with the title. I have my title. Before I add any animation to it, I have to select it first, or I can simply click on it, but selecting is fine. I select it and then I go to animations. Yeah, I think in your case, you're going to see, if you're using Microsoft Office 2007, you're going to see, once you click on animation, you'll see somewhere there is a button called custom animation. So you can click on there, you'll see all the existing animations that you can apply. But in my case, I have these animations on top here. And let me discover it while you're also discovering what you have on your computer. Yeah, I can select and discover animations, which is the effect. These are all the effects. Actually discovering them. Okay. I'm just discovering them. Okay. Yeah. I said, in your case, you can find under animation, you can find custom animation. Once you click on there, you're going to see add effect. You go to add effect, you'll have entrance, you'll have exit, more entrance, you'll have emphasis effect, you'll have exit, and you'll have motion part in your version. So this 2013 is slightly different when it comes to this. But in your version, you see that once you go to custom animation, you'll see entrance. But what you're doing now is simply entrance. So on entrance, you can click for me on fly in. You can use fly in. I'm sure that you are on fly in. Yeah, fly in. I think I need to. Something. Yeah, you can just click on fly in. On top, you can see there are many other animations. You can discover them and see how it plays. You might, need to use what you need, but for this case, I just want you to use fly in so that I can show you how you can set the directions and speed on your presentation. Let me do something first. Yeah. Yeah, just trying to move away this before I add it. Yeah. Yes. So I'm under animation. I'll go to add animation. Then I choose fly in, which is entrance. This is what you're going to see. We have entrance, we have emphasis, we have exit, and we have motion part. So we still on under fly in. I'll select this fly in. Okay. On fly in, I can go to effect. When I go to effect, in your case, you'll see somewhere there. It also say effect, but the layout looks like this. Effect. So under effect, I can use from bottom. Like right now, it is coming from bottom. If I play it, it's coming from bottom, and you can see the speed. So under effect, I can say from corner, from left, from bottom left. I mean, from left. It can be from top left, from top, yes, from top right, from right, yeah, from bottom right, yeah. So I can maybe select from left, yes, and change the time. I can say, you see, it's actually very fast. I can set it on 5 seconds, and there's no delay. I'll tell you what the delay is. Okay, then let's play it and see. Yeah, so I've actually made the duration to be of 5 seconds. If I bring it back to 0, you'll see how fast is it going to be. Or 0.1. You see, it's very fast. You can't even notice that it's moving. Yeah, and if I fix this on 5 seconds, you'll see. So you can delay your animation, or you can add time to your animation. Let's say if I need to introduce my topic, but I need to say something before that. I need to, let's say, I need to, probably in the presentation, you'll have to greet people. You'll have to maybe introduce yourself. So in that case, you can delay. You can say my introduction and other stuff can take me 5 seconds, 5 or 10 seconds. Yes, you can see this is the meaning of the delay. I'll say I have set my presentation or my text to be animated or to come on the slide after 10 seconds, on which I need to introduce first myself. So this time to look like this. My name is Peter. Today we're going to speak about the Bible study, and the subtopic will be Old Testament. So the time that you're introducing yourself, according to the time you've given to yourself, then your title will come in, your presentation. You can set it. You can even use 10 minutes or 20 minutes, depending on what you're doing before you are going to introduce your subject. So the time don't have to be a lot. You don't have to have much time, because you might finish talking and you now have to keep quiet and wait for your title to come on the screen, which is not nice. So you need to match your speech to your time. So while you're talking, you need to know that I've linked my mind to my presentation. I know that my title will be coming after 10 seconds. So whatever I'm talking, whatever I'm speaking out, I need to link it to my presentation. And When you turn onto your screen, you now you need to know that it's exactly the time when your text will be coming in. You can delay it, like in my case. In my case, I just push it to 20 seconds, because in 20 seconds, believe me, in 20 seconds you can speak. You can actually make a long statement. You can speak up. You can say something meaningful. So you don't need to use minutes, because if you use minutes or 2 minutes or 3 minutes, you might finish introducing yourself, and people will be waiting and watching. I don't know if you're going to keep quiet until the presentation will be coming. But anyways, you can keep people busy with something until you have your title on the screen. Yeah. So this is the interest effect or animation that I have added to this slide. I know it might be a little bit challenging because using Office 2007 or 2010, which seems to be a bit different from this one. But if you can just follow the procedure, you're going to get to there. I said go to animation, and under animation you can go to custom animation in your version, and under custom you find interest phases, find exit and motion part. Is there any question so far? You can ask me a question. If there's any question or something is not clear, you can just ask me. Please ask questions if you have something that you need to know, or something is not clear, or actually you want to know about something. You can ask me a question so that when you do your activity, you can simply get it right, or when you do your assignment. Okay, if there's no question, I'm going to animate the subtitle. As you know, you have to select and go to add animation or add effect, and I still want to use the fly in to the subtitle. Now, something will have to happen on the second animation. The second animation will have to play after the first one. The study of the Bible, or the title, is the first animation on this text, on this slide. So, study of the Bible is the first animation. The second one, we need to order it to play after the first one. This is why we need to select it. I know that we've actually added the fly in. We've added the fly in animation, and now we need to go to start. You'll see on animation pane there is start. You click on the start, you say after previous. So it's simple. Just click on the arrow and say after previous. So this animation will have to play after previous. So let us give it a time. We also want it to play after 5 seconds. The duration will be 5 seconds. This is the speed actually that it will use to come onto the ground. I can give 5 more seconds because I need to have time to introduce first the title before the subtitle comes. 10 seconds. Yeah. You don't need to confirm or to click somewhere. So once you just set it in this way, it will work. Yeah. And you can see the numbers. These numbers are the same. 1, 1. Okay. I want to try and play it. So let me play the whole slide so that you can see. F5. Yeah. Today we're going to speak about Bible study, the study of the Bible, whatever. And you're introducing yourself. My name is Bita. I'm glad to meet you today. I'm going to speak about a study of the Bible, and we'll have much time to discuss on it. And today I will ask you to encourage you to ask questions. So you can say whatever that you want before starting, because you know that your presentation is delayed it's delayed with 10 seconds. You know that you have 10 seconds. So while you're speaking, you know exactly that this title is going to be introduced on my screen in this particular time. Okay, just checking out something. Yes, as you can see. So after introducing yourself, then the title comes. Yeah. Now that you have the title, you can now start speaking about the subtitle. Okay. As I said, we're going to speak about Bible study, and we've chosen to speak about Old Testament. You see, so the time that you're introducing the the subtitle, it will be showing up on your screen. This is why you need to use the delay. You can use the delay, as you can see, according to the time that you are given to do the presentation. Yeah. So this process can continue. You can select on the second slide. We are on the second slide. I can select this 3 first books of the Bible, and I go to add effect, and I choose fly in or whatever else I can use. Let me use something else. Grow and 10, yes. Then I can set up. I know I have two animation over here. I can delete off one. Select and press delete. Okay, let's see what I have. I don't like this. I also want to delete it. Yes, add effect, grow and turn. Yes, this is what I like. I'll go to speed. I can give it as well 3. And this one, I'll select one by one. Add effect, fly in. When it comes to the fly in, I can choose the direction and time as well. I can give it the time that I want, and I'll have to go to click start and say command it to play after previous. The second one, I can animate it as well. You can still select all of them and animate, but it's not nice because it might come in block. So it's better to select one by one. And let's see, I can use whatever that I can and add some time to it and click after previous. So anything that is animated after the title should be after previous, so that I can have the title coming, and after that I will have Genesis, I'll have Exodus and Numbers. So it will be coming in order according to the way that I set it. If you can see on the animation pane, you can see where Genesis is finishing, it's where Exodus is starting. So meaning that after this, then I'll have this one coming. Numbers, add effect. I go to entrance. Let me use this one, and I can give it a speed. Yeah. So let's see now how it plays. Second slide. Shift plus F5 can give us this. As you can see, yes, the title comes because Genesis was set after previous, and Exodus after previous, and Numbers after the previous. I think I didn't set up the Numbers after previous. Let's check on, after previous. So this is what will happen to you if you don't pay attention to this place where it says start. This is the way that you want your presentation to start. You want it on click. On click means you need to click for you to have it on your slide. But if you don't set after previous, you will have to click. So after previous, mostly when you run automatically at a slide, a presentation. But if you have much time, you can still run it and use on click. But it is time consuming. So let me play it again. Okay. Yes, three first books. We have Genesis. Yeah. After previous. So let's say if you want to add some comment on Exodus, you can delay numbers. You can delay numbers because you want to add some comment on Exodus. So you're going to click on numbers and you go to numbers, animation, you click on it, then you go up to delay. You can add even, let's say 5 seconds, because you want to be to have much time to speak a bit about Exodus before you add numbers. So you'll see that after the title you have Genesis, and after Genesis you have Exodus, and after Exodus you'll have these 5 seconds. You'll have this delay time because you still have to maybe give some comment and then numbers will come out. Yeah. As I said, animation, we're now on the slide number 4. Animation can be added as well on an object. It might be a picture or anything that you have on here. You can see I have this picture. Just want to resize it a bit so that you can see. Yeah, I have this picture. I can add an animation to it. Let's say fly in. I can add fly in and say maybe from left. Let me have the 2 of them because I want to do something. Okay, so I click on the first one, go to animations, interest, I can say fly in, then I can change the direction. I can say from left, and I click on the second one, fly in, what is it? Into add animation or add effect. I say fly in as well. Yeah, I can order it to be coming from right. Yes. Yes. Now, let's say I want to do something. Yeah. Now, the second one, let me just add some time speed to it so that it doesn't come faster. 3 seconds. Then I click on the second one. I also say 3 seconds. And I want the second one to be coming with previous. Just for you to see. This time I ordered to be to play with previous. So let's see. This is what is happening. Because I have ordered all these, the 2 objects to play together. So this can happen even on the text. Oh, this is very dark. I don't know if you can see this, but I can quickly do something. Insert. I think I did show you how to insert the text box last week. And insert the text box like this and copy any text. Almost time. Let me add insert. This can happen to the text as well. So I can select this, go to animation, add effect, whatever I can add, whatever animation. I can set up the speed. I don't need to delay it. I select the second one, then I add anything that I want. Oh, this is not nice. Let's see. Add effects. Grow and turn. Yeah, So I'll click on the second one and order it. Let me just add some time on it to come with previous. So when I play it, this is how it will play. It's all come together, I mean in the same time, but with different animation. This is exactly what I did on here. Yeah. Now, yes. Give me something, insert word art. This is how we can insert the word art. I want to do something, equal sign. We make it bigger. And maybe the white font. White font, where is it? Where's the font? Under home, go to font. Can make. Yeah. Yeah. So as you know, these two objects are animated at the same time to play with this one. Second one is animated to play with previous. But if I want to add this to it, it won't be with previous. I'll go to animation and add effect. It might be fly in or anything. Okay. And I can add a speed to it. This time I will say after previous. Then I do the same for this. I select it, add effect, wipe or whatever. I can add some time to it, I mean speed. Then I say after previous. This time I will have this. It means something, yeah. Because these two comes together and this one comes after previous. So let me do something else. And now I want to show you the motion part animation. Insert, or under insert, I can draw a shape or smile face. Where is it? Okay, can draw it here quickly. Go to format. I can add any color to it. It's a red color. I go to shape outline. The line can have yellow color. I can have thick lines, line weight, and then I click on here. It takes this color. So I want to draw something. Let's say insert swatch out. Where is the circle? I can draw this one here. And go to shape fill, say no fill, and takes off the color inside. I only need the outline. Go to outline, I want it to be red. I want the thick lines. 6 points. So I want this one to come and stay in the circle. Or let's say, I can resize it smaller. If I want to duplicate it, I keep Control in, then I click and drag. I can duplicate because I want too many of these. Let's see if the time will allow us. Keep Control and in and click and drag, you duplicate it. So you click on one, you press Control and D on the keyboard, you can duplicate as well. I think I won't animate all of it. I'm just showing you this. We want all these members to be in one circle, or you want to make something around it. So there's a new, there's the other kind of animation that I want to show you, which is the motion part. Because under animations, we have entrance, phases, and exit and motion part. Exit, it's just the way that you want your text to leave out of your slide. So you can try that out, it's not difficult. I wanted to show you the fly in because it has some directions, but the rest of them you can set it up according to the way that it's designed. But motion part is one of the nice animation to use because you can draw your own animation. You can draw your own lines. You can draw your own route, the way you want your shape or your object to play. This is where you can come and explain something, take an idea, make it in a presentation. You can present something electronically by designing your own animation. Even the car accident, you can draw it. You can make the movement. Let's say I was driving in this direction, he was coming in this direction, he came to bump me and all this. So you can explain this with a presentation. So this is exactly what I want to do here. So I want this member to come in this circle. So I'll click on the member and go to add animation and go down to motion part, which is this ones. This is where I can draw my own. I can say, go to more motion parts, then it will give me this. So if it gives me this, I'll have to choose something which can allow me to draw my own motion part. Let's see if I can get the pen. Special. I need to draw something. I need to pick up. I don't need to pick up what is given to me. You can go, in your case, you go to add effect, you choose motion part. Let me pick up the pen, which will allow me to draw 4-star, basic, curve, line, special, beam. And I don't need to use this. I think in your case, when you go to a motion part, you can see draw. This is what I'm looking. Draw motion part, so you'll be able to draw something. Let me discover it again quickly. Yes, custom part. Yes, yeah. In my case, I can see it. Go to add effect. Yes, scribe. I can use the scribe, then to give you the pen. So look at this now. When I do this line, I've ordered this one to come in the circle. So I just draw the line. See. Then after that, I can draw as well. I can click on this one and go to animation and choose motion part. When I click on motion part, I don't want to choose this. I need to do it properly so that you can see. Custom. You just take custom part, then it gives you this pen. You can draw again the line. As you can see from your line, you can press escape in order to take it out. If I play it out, you'll see the first one will come and the second one will come as well. This is how it plays. And I can animate this one first. I'm going to animate it after previous. I go to start. I click on after previous. I also do it on this one. I scroll down, custom part. Then it can also come in. This one as well, or this one before I go to the next one. I say after previous. Where is it? Add effect, motion part, custom. I can also bring him in. Oh, and I say after previous. And add. Yeah, I want this one to come back. So I'll ask him to play after previous, but if I want him to go in the circle and come back, I can simply go to add effect, still use custom part, and make the second line from there to here. This means this means simply that when he goes in here, I can move it inside. Yes. Then I'll have to order it to play after previous. After previous, and click on this one, add effect, custom part. Then I'll also order this one to go in, and say after previous. I know our time is gone, but just please wait to see this. This is very nice. If you know how to do this, you can make very nice presentation. I can also order this to come in, and I'll say after previous, and the last one after previous. Let me play this presentation and see. Because they are animated after previous, this is why you can see this. Yeah, this one we said it can go in and come back. Okay, so this is, let's say you're explaining something about the cell group. We know, if for those who are Christian, you know the cell group is a gathering of people of the same area. They can come together and pray together and stuff like that. So this can be demonstrated in this way, or in many other figures. If you know how to use the motion part, you can actually do a lot. This one came, but he left, and this one is in. Oh, I know there were two shapes on there. This is why one remains. So this can be done in this way. So this is what we covered today. According to the time that we have, it's almost 2 minutes past 2. But if you have, just go through the book, go through the learner guide, the one that we have on Funda. You'll be able to complete the rest of the lesson, and you can ask me questions any time. But for now, I don't know if there's anybody with a question, wants to ask me a question, or you want to know about something, I can provide the answer. Is there any question? I want to thank those who have been watching me today. And if there's no question, so that's fine. So in 1 or 2 weeks' time, we're going to give you the date, the possible date for the final exam, for final test. We're going to have the final test in this computer literacy, and we'll tell you how it will happen. It's something which will be time-based. You can do it at home according to the time that you're going to have. For the cornerstone students, we might make the library, the computer lab available for you. We might divide you into 3 slots so that you can choose where, when, or in which slots you can fit yourself for the test. And it will be out of 2 hours. It will be for 2 hours, 120 minutes. We might give you some extra 20 or 30 minutes for you to read the instructions and apply it. So we're still working on that. I'm sure that we'll do it. Make sure that you submit your PowerPoint assignment, and I have as well opened the submission for everybody until Wednesday at midnight. So make sure that you, even if you have sent me something in my email, make sure that you can still upload it on Funda, because they want to keep a record of what you're sending to me. So make sure that you can keep that, send that back on Funda to allow me, for a good report or the record. Because if end of the term you come to me and say, no, I didn't send you by email, there's no way that we can actually check that. What if I delete it? But please submit it on Funda. I did as well allow a resubmission. Why? Because most of you have sent me the wrong stuff, the wrong files. So you need to upload the right files and send it back to me. And I'm sure that this time everyone is going to find a ground and make it on time. Remember that we need to have time to mark this assignment. So if you can't submit it on time, sometimes it doesn't allow us to mark the assignment and to make the marks ready for the institute. This is it for today. There's no question. I'm sure that everything is perfect and clear. So you can send me a message on Funda if there is any problem. Thank you for today.